Welcome to the My7 Network presentation. My7 Network is a technology company with your future to financial freedom in mind. So the My7 Network, this is really big excitement, and the opportunity is here right now. The My7 Network is a technology company, and on this presentation you're going to learn about what is Bitcoin, information of the My7 Network and how it works, the power of leverage, how you can spend your Bitcoin, and getting started with My7. So the My7 Network launched during May 2017. It's been within soft launch at present, and at the beginning of September we are entering full launch. We are planning on a massive longevity here, and this is where My7 Network meets Bitcoin. And what we're talking about is a currency that has exploded in value and is heading towards $10,000, $50,000, $100,000, and some say one Bitcoin can actually be worth $1 million per coin in the near future. So the question is, how many Bitcoin do you want? At My7 Network, we want to create your financial future and for you to have the time freedom to enjoy. So to begin, what is Bitcoin? Now, Bitcoin is money 2.0. It is and will continue to be a huge, huge deal. Satoshi Nakamoto invented a mathematical algorithm referred to as a blockchain to securely transfer money from one person to another without any banks as middlemen or high transaction fees. Transactions happen in a matter of milliseconds. Bitcoin is a digital currency based on the blockchain. No one controls it. Bitcoins are not printed like dollars, yen, pounds, euros, and other currencies. Bitcoins are digitally produced by Bitcoin miners. And Bitcoin allows for instantaneous transactions and borderless transfers of ownership. So Bitcoin is not a company. Bitcoin is not an organization. Bitcoin is a technology. And in the 7 years since creation, the value of Bitcoin has soared from just literally pennies to at present day over $4,000. Bitcoin experts are forecasting that this value could reach beyond $6,000 by the end of 2017, and then within the next 24 months, potentially reach $10,000 to $20,000 per Bitcoin. And if you do some research, you'll find that a lot of really significant entrepreneurs and business owners are embracing Bitcoin, and the owners of Amazon, PayPal, and here you can see Bill Gates say Bitcoin is better than currency, and Sir Richard Branson says that Bitcoin really works. Here's a chart of the Bitcoin value timeline. And Bitcoin was launched back in May 2010, and I bet you would wish you'd bought some then when it was just literally pennies to purchase, rising to February 2011 to $1. Then July 2011, $31. June 2013, $100. Up to $350 in October 2013. And then up to $1,000 November 2013. And we get up to in May of this year, where we saw Bitcoin reach the lovely plateau of $1,230. And then just this week on August the 13th, one Bitcoin was $4,220. And in British pounds, that's 3,250. Euro 3,500, and Australian dollars 5,340. So Bitcoin is really beginning to take off. So we are looking at the power of leverage here. It's the power of leverage to unlock your financial future. And again, it goes back to that question, how many Bitcoin do you really want? Because a lot of people do not have the significant money just sat there on their bedside locker or somewhere close at hand to go out and purchase 1, 10, 20, 30, 1,000, or however many Bitcoin you would really like to line your Bitcoin wallet with. So here at the My7 Network, we're going to show you how the power of leverage, for just a very low proportion of outlay, you can actually leverage this to create a significant amount of Bitcoin. So within the My7 Network, we have 4 entry levels, and it's up to you. It's your business decision how you join here. You can come in at one of these levels, 2, 3, or all 4, and you do not have to do it in order of start with this one, go up through. This is your business decision, and we're just demonstrating the plan so that you can make your decision with absolute clarity. So we'll talk about the My7 Mini to begin. And the joining entry fee for this is 0.046 Bitcoin. It's a very fast-paced forced matrix. And if you don't know what a forced matrix is, this is where, if you think of it like a family tree, where you're at the top of your family and say you have 2 children, and then they have 2 children each, so that's like having 4 grandchildren, and then they have 2 children each, so it's a bit like having 8 great-grandchildren. So your total amount of people there is 14 people. It goes 2, 4, 8. So if you introduce 2 people, if we put it into the business context, and they introduce 2 people each, and those introduce 2 people each, I mean, we're not saying you have to stop at 2, but just think of it as a 2, 2, 2. That adds up to 14 in your personal matrix. And with that, you cycle. A cycle means your matrix is full, and you then have a free position. There's no monthly fees in this. There's no ongoing costs. So you've now just cycled. You go to the top of your next matrix, and at a cycle here, you've just earned yourself 0.26 of Bitcoin. That's over 5 times what your initial entry was. So, you know, by just bringing 4 people, you have created yourself quite a significant profit here. And then you can do this all over again. The ease of this is now we operate a follow me system. So when the people you directly introduced, when they complete their matrix of 14 people and they cycle, they're attached to you. A bit like an umbilical cord. They're attached to you. They're your Bitcoin business team family. So they will always land for their second cycle within the next cycle of your matrix that you are working on at that moment in time. So potentially you can see some spillover team from the people above you, the person who introduced you, and perhaps even the person that introduced them. You have the people you bring to this direct, and then you have the people they introduce and the people they introduce. And so we're working as a team to complete these matrices. There is one criteria here on the My7 Mini, and that is you must personally enroll 2 people. That's 2 directly sponsored by yourself into the business, 2 people who join using your link that you introduced, and that opens up your commission. This is just a one-time qualification to open commissions. It is not on every matrix here. Once you've introduced 2 people, that is it. Your commissions within the mini are open for their ongoing. So looking at the approximate value of what one cycle is, this week that is about 1,080. It's over $1,000. So, I mean, that's pretty significant income. I'm sure every household would embrace that. And you can cycle as many times as you like. After you've entered the mini at 0.046, you can cycle 1, 2, 5, 10, 100, 1,000, however many times you complete your matrix, then you are cycling, and that is what you will be receiving is 0.26 of a Bitcoin, and whatever the value is of that Bitcoin, that is the amount that you have. Then we have the My7 Starter. This is a really, really fast-paced cycler here. It's only 6 people in here. It's a 2x2. So 2 people on your level 1 and 4 on your level 2. And the My7 Starter, to enter this, it's 0.21 of a Bitcoin. And per cycle, your paid, your commission is half a Bitcoin, 0.5 of a Bitcoin. Now you can, depending on your personal finances, if you haven't got a lot of cash, you can actually enter at the mini. And when you cycle and you earn your 0.26 of a Bitcoin, that actually covers your initial cost of 0.046. And so you've got your money back, and you've got significant or sufficient money left over, Bitcoin left over, to pay to get into the starter here. So it depends on on your personal business decision of the way that you join the My7 network. So 6 people only, you cycle, and you get a free position to do this over and over and over. And again, your people that you directly introduce, this is a follow me matrix. And so it's going to be, if you introduce 2 people and they bring 2 each, that fills a matrix. You're ready to go on to the next one. As soon as they cycle, they can follow you. You may see some spillover from above, and you'll see some spill down, which is the people who you've brought on board when they introduce people. You don't have to stop at introducing 1, 2, 3, 4. You can introduce as many people as you like to the My7 network. So the next plan we have is the flagship, and this one is really, really exciting. It's the flagship product for My7 network. It's called the Rocket, and it's 1.25 Bitcoin, 1.25 Bitcoin. And this again is a very fast program. It's another 2x2 matrix, which is 6 people. So it's the same format as the starter. 6 people, you cycle, you get a free position to do this over and over and over. The beauty with the rocket is one cycle, that's where you see 2.7 Bitcoin, which at the moment, that's over $11,000. So about 8,000 euros, 7,000 pounds. It's a significant amount of money. And here, for each person you personally introduce, so directly introduce, you will see a fast start bonus of 0.2 of a Bitcoin. And that's just over $800 at the moment. And we are paid the same day. I mean, the moment you introduce someone and they activate their position, that 0.2 of a Bitcoin is in your back office, and you can transfer that at any moment in time, whenever you wish. Then you may leave it for a day. It's up to you. You can transfer your Bitcoin from your cycling and from when you get your fast start bonus with the rocket, you can move that instantly to your Bitcoin wallet. The My7 network, and they do several pay runs a day, so you are paid within the same day. You're paid within the 24 hours. Sometimes it may only take 20 minutes, and sometimes it may just take a couple hours longer, just depending on when the pay runs happen. They are every few hours. So you're paid daily, and this is the rocket, which is absolutely, I mean, this is the bee's knees as far as I'm concerned. Then we have the granddaddy of them all, the My7 one. This is 1.05 Bitcoin, and it's the same format as the initial mini that we shown just now with 14 people. So if you introduce 2, who introduce 2 each, who introduce 2 each, 2, 4, 8, that's 14. Again, you can bring as many people into this as you wish. This one again has a qualification of 2 people to be personally introduced by yourself to open up your commissions. So here, what is amazing is a 700% return on your investment. For 1.05 Bitcoin, 14 people in a matrix, you see 7 whole Bitcoin. This week, that's about $28,000. So I think that was about 24,000 euro, at least 20,000 pounds. It is a significant amount of money. And again, you get a free position each time you cycle to do this over and over again. You can cycle in any of these programs monthly, weekly, daily, even hourly, as the momentum of your business builds up. So the My7 Interactive Pro, this is an amazing product that we have within the business. And this brings the power of the internet to your, literally to your fingertips. It's a plethora of 550 videos in interactive series to train and educate you in everything you require to take your business success to the next level and beyond. I mean, you can learn how to build websites, splash pages, how to fully utilize social media, Google AdWords, how to use WordPress, and so much more. The My7 Interactive Pro will make you a marketing guru. Literally, you become a marketing genius. It's a package that cannot be purchased anywhere else, and it comes free with your My7 network membership. And although this information can be used within any business, we know that many will actually purchase this My7 membership specifically to gain access to the My7 Network Interactive Pro product and use this education within their external businesses. So really there's like 2 options here. You can be purchasing the My7 network package for your business and you get the product free. Or some people will be purchasing a membership to specifically have their hands on the product, and then they get the business free. But we believe that the people who even purchase the product to use on their external businesses, once they see the power of duplication and leverage and how to create amazing success and build a lovely plateau or platform of Bitcoin, and they are going to be building the My7 network with us as well. If the My7 Network Interactive Pro product content were to be purchased externally, you know, piece by piece, outside of the company, then the cost of this interactive training would be thousands and thousands and thousands. So within the My7 network, there are no ongoing costs. There's no monthly fees. It's a business in a box, and you have everything you require to be successful here at your fingertips. Now you're asking, if I'm earning all these Bitcoin, how can I spend them? Well, when you join My7, you have to create a Bitcoin wallet, because you pay your joining membership via Bitcoin. It's a Bitcoin wallet is a little bit like an online bank account. You register with a Bitcoin wallet. There are many out there. There's Blockchain, Coinbase, Zappo. There's a lot of Bitcoin wallets, so you can choose the one that you wish to join. Have a chat with the person who introduced you to this. They can give you some pointers. You create your Bitcoin wallet. And within some of these, you can actually apply for Visa cards or MasterCards. And here's 3 that I have. I have one with Zappo, and that's XAPO, Zappo is spelled. That's an amazing card because it's actually attached directly to my Bitcoin wallet. And however many Bitcoin I have in my wallet, I can go and spend up to $20,000, which is €16,000, £14,000 per day via this card. And I can also withdraw from cash from an ATM machine up to $2,000, €1,600 and £1,400, that is, from the ATM daily. So it all depends on what my balance is in my Bitcoin wallet, but that's the capacity on that card. I'm loving the Platinum card here, especially as it's got the Bitcoin logo on. It's a great talking point when people see that. And that's unlimited. That's a top-up card it's a prepaid card where you load on some Bitcoin, and whatever Bitcoin you've put on there, that's your spend capacity for that day. It's absolutely unlimited. And the other one doesn't have a logo on, but that's a crypto pay me card. But there is a lot. There's BitPay, there's a CoinJar have a card. There's a lot of Bitcoin wallets where you can apply for these prepaid cards. And if your credit rating is pretty disastrous, don't worry, these are not credit cards. There's no credit search done. These are prepaid cards. So you literally apply for them. There's a very small fee to have one ordered, and then it's sent out to you, and you receive them within a week or up to between a week and up to 6 weeks, depending on the postal service that you request. So you can apply for these prepaid cards. You can also transfer Bitcoin to your bank account where it arrives in your local currency of cash. So don't worry, you've got every means of being able to spend your Bitcoin. However, you may also wish to leave some in your Bitcoin wallet, because if Bitcoin does go up in the value the way that these experts are predicting, then just imagine if you have some Bitcoin today. Let's just say you have 10 Bitcoin in your wallet, which today the value is about $4,000. And in a few years' time, they could be worth $100,000 each. And that could really provide a lovely, rosy cushion of financial future to yourself and your family. So the process of joining is very, very simple. You set up your Bitcoin wallet, which we call a blockchain wallet. Could be via Coinbase, Blockchain, Zappo, CoinJar. There's plenty of Bitcoin wallets out there. You register with them. And then you purchase some Bitcoin, the amount that you require to get started. And on the next page, I'll be showing you how we have our own Bitcoin exchange just opened this week. And then you will have a link, a URL link from the person who introduced you to here. You register with the My7 network, pay the value of your joining fee, and that's it. Your business is set up, your website is ready to go, and you can tell friends, family, and other contacts about the wonderful opportunity here we have at My7 Network, and that's you already opening the doors to your business and on the way to create your significant pocket of Bitcoin. So the My7 Network Bitcoin Exchange, the URL for this is my7network.olepay.com/registration. And I'm not going to go through all the full details on how you register, but most are on this page, so you can replay this video. But it's we do comply with all the international monetary laws and ensure that there's no money laundering. Therefore, you will be requested to upload a photo ID document, such as a driving license or a passport, a proof of address document, which is like a utility bill or a bank statement, but not a mobile phone bill, and a selfie photo. These will be verified, and after verification, which can take, depending on the time of day, because the admin offices are West Coast USA, but as soon as they're verified, then your back office is open and you can look to purchase Bitcoin. Via debit or credit card, you can purchase up to $2,500 worth of Bitcoin per day. and by bank transfer, bank wire transfer up to $40,000. And so it's just a short space of time. By the time you've registered with My7 and you've purchased your Bitcoin, within, say, 24 hours, maybe 48 hours, depending on the amount of Bitcoin that you're purchasing here to whichever platforms you decide to enter, your business doors will be open and you are ready to rock and roll. So My7 Network is a global business, and we have really the backbone here for great longevity. It's important for you to review all the information and have your questions answered. We want you to join us with absolute clarity of knowing what the business is about. My7 Network is not a pyramid. Some people actually they use the word pyramid about various businesses without totally realizing what that means. A pyramid system is illegal globally. And it's the sort of system where people at the top make all the money and the people at the bottom do not make much at all, or if anything. Or here within My7, everyone is at the top of their own personal business. You're at the top of your own matrix, and anyone can become the highest income achiever. I mean, more than likely, the highest income achiever hasn't even joined the business yet. We're only just over 3 months since launch. So anyone can become the highest income achiever. So that certainly makes us not a pyramid. Also, we have the product of the My7 Network Interactive Pro. It's an amazing product, which we are going to find that people will just purchase to have the products and not necessarily use the business, and to have a good product and that people can really use. That again is an indication this is a business. It's not just a fast money making thing where people at the top are making all the money and no one at the bottom is. So I want to have you assured here that this is a legitimate business. We are global. Bitcoin is also global. And at My7 Network, the focus is for you to have all the educational training, knowledge, support, everything at your fingertips to be incredibly successful here. We agree, and everyone's seen across the world, there's been some scams within businesses, both online and in the bricks and mortar business. And some businesses have failed and suddenly left people hurt, upset, and angry. And again, I want to underline that My7 Network is a legitimate business opportunity. Your success will depend on some time, energy, and effort to be applied. So again, we pay daily. There are no ongoing fees. And we want you to be fully informed and to make your business decision to join the My7 Network with absolute clarity. And when you look at this platform and you're looking at what you can afford and where you wish to enter, just give some serious consideration about, the power of the Bitcoin that you want to have in your wallet. And there are no ongoing costs. If you were purchasing a franchise or a bricks and mortar business, with those you would be not only looking at perhaps having business premises and staff and insurances, indemnity insurances, there'll be a lot of ongoing costs. And most of these do not make a lot of money, or not a lot of profit, I should say, or show a profit within the first couple of years. Here at the My7 Network, if you look at the My7 One, which is the 1.05 Bitcoin, within that, for 14 people, your cycle, you're already seeing 7 Bitcoin, a 700% return on investment. And so, for 14 people, you've already then made a significant profit. The same if we go to the other end of the scale and look at the mini, which was the 0.046 entry. For 14 people there, you cycle, and you've just made 5 times the amount of what you put in. You make 0.26 of a Bitcoin. The rocket and the starter, very, very fast cyclers with only 6 people. Again, the return on your investments within both the rocket and the starter is significant. And they are really quick because they are just 2x2 matrices with 6 people only. So take a look through, think about your personal financial circumstance, think about where you want to go with this, and then we look forward to welcoming you to the My7 Network. And thank you very much for joining me on this video.